it's your girl, the Virgo Muse. How are you doing today? Today we've got a message. I'm sitting here on my living room floor looking at the same tarot spread that you're going to see on your screen, okay? And there's a lot. It's a cut across, surprisingly. There's a lot of cards out here. So we're going to go ahead and get into this reading. And I pulled the cards, but I haven't really spent too much time thinking about them. I'm just feeling the pull today to just get straight into it. I'm just going to take a sip of my coffee, and then we're going to go ahead and get started talking about today's message for you. I don't know if you can hear it, but there are sirens. There are sirens going off in the background. And I do feel in a way like we are ringing the bell. And sounding the alarm. Okay, so in the present position, Virgo, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So what I'm feeling for you right now, Virgo, is that you are currently hurting, and there's some kind of wounding that is deep within you. It's something that you may have been able to intellectualize away, to push away with your mundane tasks, with your future moving vision, with the goals and desires that you have for yourself moving forward, and doing a bit of what we talked about in the November reading, which is embodying that future self. And that is all well and good, but there are still these few last things, these few last swords in your heart, Virgo, that need to be addressed, that need to be taken into account, witnessed, held, and felt for you to be able to truly move forward. And I think that you are starting to get to that point. But we do have in the challenge position the Four of Pentacles. So I do sense a bit of denial about the pain that you're feeling, the heartbreak, the sadness, and also a bit of bargaining where you're feeling like, but if I just do X, Y, and Z, if I just embody this future self, if I just keep working on me, then I don't need to address this hurt and pain. But baby, the problem is that in order to do that work on you, you need to do that inner work, honey. It's both inner and outer work, and the inner work moves so much more energetically in our lives. And so right now, I'm just kind of hearing that it's like you're bargaining with all the wrong pieces for all the wrong things. Because what you don't realize is that when you finally do address this sadness, when you finally do address this heartbreak, things will start to move for you. Now, there's a lot of really heavy cards in this reading, and there's a lot in this reading, so it's not going to be an immediate overnight process. It's not something that's going to be super easy. It's not something that's going to come without its set of challenges, but it is something that is going to be well worth it. I also just want to note that you are being guided by the stars, by the heavens, by your ancestors, by your spirit guides, by your highest self, whatever you believe in, however you see the Most High Creator, you are being guided by those forces and watched over, okay? Those are influences that are here in your life watching over you. And in addition to the celestial and spiritual assistance that you have around you at this time, you do also have material abundance. So it's just a matter of lining up if you aren't already there. It's not something that you won't have within your grasp. In fact, that energy is already in your environment for you, but there are these few tweaks that need to be dealt with, these little changes that need to be made with the way that you're dealing with things in order for you to actually see that abundance appearing in your life. And now I have to say, I completely understand this desire to tuck away those hurts and try to move forward, because I'm a Virgo sun and moon. And so when it comes to feeling my own emotions, for me, it's very much like, well, what is the point? Where is that going to get me? But the truth is that I've learned it does actually get me everywhere. Now, it's not something that I don't still struggle with. In many ways, I think Virgos have this really strong ability to turn off their emotions when need be, so that we can support others, be there for others, and keep showing up without breaking down, without, not being able to be there for our loved ones. But you also have to be there for yourself and treat yourself as a loved one. So it doesn't have to be like a forever breakdown either. You can give yourself 10 minutes, set a timer, and address all those things, cry about it, journal about it, whatever you need to do, then hop in the shower or dance it off or whatever to get your vibration back to a more positive and exciting place for you. But it's something that does need to be addressed. I'm sorry, as I'm talking, I'm kind of straightening out these cards, and I'd already taken a picture of it, but I'm gonna have to retake a picture so that it's not so messy as the first photo was. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to talk about what is going on in the past, and that's the King of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So it's definitely a continuation of what we were just talking about with your emotional. There's like an emotional blockage where there is this love and capacity for love and intuition and emotion, but this is being blocked by your mental state, by the prison that you've put yourself in. And of course, these things have happened for a reason. I think for many of you, you were wounded by someone that you trusted, that you let into your heart, that you let into your world. This could be a friend, a family member, or a lover. And so you had to really put your guard up to kind of survive this. And I understand. I'm right there with you. But at the same time, you need to be able to not stifle yourself anymore. Like, you've gotten to the point now where it's safe for you to address it. You're surrounded. The divine timing is, it's here. It's correct timing for you. And it's time for you to liberate yourself and pull yourself out of this mental imprisonment with the Eight of Swords. Lift the blindfold and really take a look at what's going on inside. That intuition, that ability to look at what's happening in your inner world, truly, emotionally, to feel the depths of your emotions, is really going to help you get out of the remnants of this past energy. Because here in the future position, we have the Ten of Wands, the Strength card, and the Two of Cups. So you are going to find the strength in the future to set down this burden and to align with yourself with that Two of Cups, to heal yourself, to pour back into yourself fully, to heal those deeper wounded aspects of yourself that still need a little attending to. And you have all of the strength and all of the power that you need within yourself to reach into the depths, to look in the shadows until you can see what's in that deep, profound darkness within. And you will make friends with those aspects of yourself, and you will make friends with those aspects of your life. And that will empower you so greatly, because the deeper that you come to find and meet and know yourself, the more difficult it is for another to hurt you, for another to play you, for another to utilize your insecurities, your open wounds, your fears against you, to harm you, to twist you up. And there is a sense of, once someone told me, like, you're very self-aware. This was a psychic. They were telling me that I was very self-aware and that I do a lot of work, but when it comes to love, I have a tendency to it's just so true. It's why I'm laughing. I have a tendency to completely ignore the red flags, like because of those unhealed aspects of myself that just deeply, deeply, deeply desire to be loved, desire to be seen, desire to be held. I would ignore red flags. And she said, red means stop. These red flags mean stop. They don't mean keep going. They don't mean turn your cheek, But those unhealed parts of myself were being manipulated energetically by someone who probably consciously didn't understand what they were doing. Some of them did, but for the most part, it's an energetic pull. It's an energetic exchange. It's something that speaks more than words can ever speak. So I get the sense, Virgo, that there is something like that for you here going on that you want to work through. And as you do, you will only further embolden yourself. And this deep inner work that you'll be doing will start to show in the outer world as well, in terms of abundance, in terms of having all of those things that you want in your life appear to you. And I'm sorry if there was a weird noise just then. I had to move my hair out of the way. So in the foundation position, we have the Death card, the Six of Pentacles, and the Ten of Swords. So you, I don't think that you've had it very easy in life, Virgo. It feels like, even if on the outside, I think some people might say, oh, you had this and that, and it looked all good and peachy. What people didn't know was the truth of the situation. And in your one life, you have transformed and lived and died many, many, many times. Some of you may even have shifted many timelines to be where you are now. And while this is painful, again, this is something that has taught you so much in life. And a lot of other people don't have the sense to know how to coexist with the shadow, to learn to love those aspects of yourself. And it doesn't mean you have to love what was done to you. It doesn't mean you have to love the mistreatment. It doesn't mean you have to love the way that others played in your face and the people who were meant to love and protect you didn't love and protect you. It doesn't mean you have to love the way that you had to bargain for affection growing up, because I'm definitely seeing that with the Six of Pentacles. It felt a lot like you had to bargain for affection, and in a way that fundamentally changed your opinion of yourself with that Ten of Swords, and what you allow yourself to go through, and how many times you will allow yourself to be stabbed over and over and over again in the name of love, in the name of caring for someone, in the name of not rocking the boat. But you are safe and you are grown now. And it's time for you to learn how to utilize that beautiful death energy with all of these transformations that you've made in your life time and time again. And now take that Six of Pentacles and invert it, so you're no longer bargaining for affection, but you are giving to those wounded, unhealed parts of yourself. You to you. This is a very strong union of the self message, and this is a timeless message. So whenever you come across this message is meant for you, okay? And in this 10 of Swords, in this foundation position, you will now have a lot of strength because of how many times you've had to pick up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. You've fallen down like 3,000 times and you've gotten up 4,000. And you will not be stopped. And you cannot be stopped. And I think that's something that is really valuable in your life and really beautiful for you to understand about yourself. And don't, of course, horrible things have happened and you've had to bargain and things were unfair, but at the same time, you are where you are now. And all you can do is work with where you are now and what you have and expand upon that. So you must start giving back to yourself. Now, in the immediate future, we do have a tower. And that tower, I think, comes from the final foundations of what is not meant for you crumbling the more that you pour into yourself. So it can feel really unstable and it can feel really uncomfortable and it can feel a lot like what the heck is going on if a friendship ends, if a career is taken away, if all of these things. And what Spirit needs you to know, Virgo, is that is solely the remnants of all of these shakily, shiftily, bullcrap built things falling away that no longer serve you and cannot serve the future version of yourself in the direction that you want to go and with the life that you want to build. So you have to rebuild the foundation all the way up, because we also have the King of Swords, 6 of Cups, King of Wands. So what I really want to say is you have to use your intellect. You have to use, and my King of Swords card has this butterfly on like a pin on his shirt with a crescent moon on his tie. So you have to use this change, this transformation, this metamorphosis to propel you forward, digging into that 6 of Cups energy, finding what is positive, finding what is good, finding that balance in your life of what you truly love, what you truly desire, who you truly are at the core before the wounding. And then stepping boldly into that with this King of Wands energy, where you are so strong and so mighty and so capable of standing in your power and your authority and your sovereignty, that even as everything in your life burns down around you, you are able to watch it burn, knowing that something better is coming. Something better is coming. And I know all about this. The amount of times that I've had to watch my life burn down, and when the most recent time, every single thing in my life fell apart. I had to move across the country. I had to leave the person I thought I was building a life with. I found out all of this stuff. I had absolutely nothing. I left with everything. I had my kids and just a few things that I had so that I could get out of a situation. And I had to know that while everything was burning down and it looked like everything was falling apart, my faith in the divine and in my strength and in my ability to follow my intuition was so strong that even as these things burned around, and even as everything crumbled, and even as it was months and months and months and months of rebuilding my life from the ground up, from the foundation up, I knew that I would be okay. And that I learned lessons, 7 of Swords, from these deceivers in the past, so that I know how to see through masks now. I know how to see through the deception, how to strategize, how to be better than the enemy. And not just better than, like sitting above, but smarter than, wiser than, more strategic than. And I think that's part of that, making a friend out of that dark side of yourself, because darkness does exist. It is a part of us. It's integrated into ourselves. It's integrated into society. And sometimes when you ignore that darkness and try to pretend that it doesn't exist, you definitely are, in a way, making yourself more vulnerable to others who are excited. Like little nasty flies rubbing their hands together, looking at you like, I'm gonna sit on you, I'm gonna throw up on you, and I'm gonna gobble it all up, and I'm gonna do it over and over and over again. And that is the energy that we want to avoid, especially as strong, powerful beings. And in this immediate future position, the final card is the Six of Swords. You will be moving on into calmer waters, even if things are turbulent, even if you're just moving by the light of the moon and the light of the stars through the darkness, even if you come out of this all alone, you will be moving into what is meant for you. So please understand that when you believe in yourself, when you let Creator lead you, your highest self lead you, when you have and maintain faith, when you pour into your own cup time and time again, you will not go wrong. Things might fall apart around you, but you will come out stronger. You will come out on top, and anything and everything that you have lost in the past will come back to you tenfold, 100-fold, whatever it is. The amount of effort that you put in will multiply that force, and you will find yourself one day looking around your new home, looking at your beautiful children, thinking how much happier they are, how many things you have that you didn't have before, how the community came back around you and rallied, and even people that might not be in your life on a daily basis came and brought things to you, assisted you, and how you feel so much the presence of this spirit, of this life force, of this energetic abundance and blessings all around you, even when there are still struggles and there are still challenges. And of course, that's going to look different for everyone. That's kind of more my personal reflection. Literally, as I'm looking around right now in this home that has 11-foot ceilings and all of this beautiful woodwork and these original hardwares on the doors and glass that is so old that it's kind of warbled, and when the sun comes through it casts rainbows around, and all of this beautiful stuff that I only a year ago did not have. I was living in a 16-foot travel trailer with a man, if you could call him that, who did not care about anyone or anything but himself, his own life, and sitting on his phone scrolling, pseudo-intellectualism, and smoking the garden, the lettuce, in pretending everything was so different, and all of these lies and all of these masks. And I think it might not be the same situation, but all of us have been there, excuse me, in some way, shape, or form in our lives. And it feels at the moment like, I cannot leave this. What will there be for me if I leave this? But when you leave and you maintain that faith and you begin to pour into yourself, let me tell you, I have not been with anyone else. I have not talked to another man. I have not been interested in that since leaving that relationship. My focus has been on myself, on my health, on my children, on their health, on our education, on our growth, and on my career, and on our safety. And that has been my sole focus for a year. Just 1 month short of a year now. And things have changed so drastically, so drastically. And I promise you, you will find the way. The way will find you. Because what you are seeking is also seeking you, but you must be prepared to receive it. Okay? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I'm talking a lot, so hold on, sorry. Okay. So in the position of the self, we have 9 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups. You are feeling battered. You are feeling battered. You are feeling hunted. You are feeling chased. You are watching these things burn around you, and you are wondering, what on earth? Let us bolster everything that we've just talked about. Remember that this is all for a divine purpose. The 7 of Pentacles, all of these seeds that you have planted, all of this abundance. In my card, you'll see it on the screen. There are 7 big old bags of pentacles in front of this opulently dressed woman, and she is looking confident and chilling, knowing that that is hers. That is her bounty. That is her abundance. That is what she had planted and she has gathered, and it is no one else's, right? That is what you have, 7 of Pentacles. But as long as you're looking in the 7 of Cups illusion, as long as you're not understanding the true strength that you have within, the true power that you have, as long as you're avoiding the hurt and thinking that you can power through without even so much as addressing it for 1 minute, these illusions will find you. These illusions will distract, detract, and dissuade you from your path and your purpose. So don't look to the arms of another for comfort. Don't look to the bottom of a bottle for reassurance. Don't look to all of these external things for something that will save you. The only way you can find what will save you will be within, because God, Creator, the divine, is within you, is seated within you. And when you tap into that energy, you will not go wrong. We talked a little bit about this, but the energy around you is the Star, the 9 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. That 4 of Cups is that last remaining sense of apathy, that last remaining sense of heartbreak, of not being able to see things clearly, not looking at what has been offered to you and is being offered to you by the hand of the divine, because you are feeling so crappy. Because of all of the stuff that we talked about before, and I understand it, but Virgo, you have the Star and the 9 of Pentacles. And in my card here, she's a star. She's got all of these, like, I don't know, gold albums or something behind her with the pentacles. She's wearing a gorgeous dress. She's got, we're going to pretend that that painting is from like a museum and it's millions of dollars. And same with that sculpture. And she's got it all. And then that with the Star, you are meant to have so much more. So much more. And that energy is, it is right here for you. It is within grasp. You are being guided to it, but you have to see it. You have to pull yourself together. You have to address that emotional blockage so that you could see things clearly and stop looking to illusions. Now we have your hopes and fears. You hope to have a marriage, a friend group, a community, a union, some kind of happiness and alignment with that 4 of Wands. But at the same time, you fear that that is something that is not meant for you. You fear that that is something that you cannot have. But you can. The wheel is turning. And the wheel sometimes brings destruction. And it has been bringing destruction. But as soon as you are ready to face that, you will find that fortune will fall in your favor. And you may be busy juggling this new life and working with that tumultuous emotion and working with this new shadow side of yourself and working with this new alignment between the selves and this new union within. but that will bring you infinite abundance, infinite opportunities for your success, for your happiness, for your delight and abundance. And yeah, and our outcome is the moon. Looking to the moon, looking to what has been hidden, looking to those illusions, seeing through them, addressing the anxiety, addressing the fears, addressing the sadness, naming it, hugging it, releasing it, acknowledging it. All of that is going to lead you to your 10 of Pentacles, to your legacy, to your birthright, your divine birthright. And with that, you will move on to this path where you are now exploring the depth of new emotions, new connections, new inspirations, creative passions and projects and things that will continue to build this legacy, continue to bring you this multi-generational wealth and legacy and empire, all of this beautiful abundance that you want, that has been here for you. You will continue to move forward and build and build and build upon that. And you will understand that there will always be challenges, that when a tower moment comes, it is because something is not meant to be in your life in that way. You will learn to watch the things burn down around you with confidence, understanding that sometimes we fail. Sometimes other people around us fail. Sometimes business ideas fail. But that does not mean that we are failures. That does not mean that we quit or give up on ourselves or give up on what we know is divinely ours. Okay? So, Virgo, this is your message. Do not give up on yourself. Go deep down into those shadows, into that depth of yourself, and stop bargaining to escape yourself. Embrace yourself. And when you do, magic will happen. I love you, I love you, I love you, Virgo. If you resonate with any of this, consider giving me a like or a subscribe. I will be posting more Virgo-only messages as Spirit speaks, which lately has been quite often. So I hope to see you in the future.